when I publish this video, it will probably be 10 years ago since I started my amateur astronomy journey. But I got my first telescope when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I remember looking out the window and pointing the telescope at the moon, and it was so disappointing. The image wasn't at all like the box of the telescope said. It was one of those telescopes which is made out of plastic, basically, on a flimsy tripod. The first real telescope I bought was a Celestron Nexstar 5 SE. And I remember reading online that you can take pictures through a telescope, and that opened a whole new world for me. Before that, I took images with my DSLR, which I bought when I was like 20 years old, and that one got a bit boring, basically. I took a picture of flowers and all the common stuff you begin to take pictures of. Since when I first coupled my DSLR to my Nexstar 5 SE, I realized that a alt-azimuth mount isn't good enough if you want to photograph. So what I did was I bought a EQ6 and also a Celestron 9¼ inch Schmidt-Cassegrain, which isn't a very good scope to begin with, not for deep sky imaging anyway. But I tried it and took some pictures, and I remember I was really stoked when I saw the first images through the camera. I remember taking pictures at the M51 galaxy and of course Orion Nebula, which is a good object to start off with. I then realized I could take pictures of the planets with my Schmidt-Cassegrain. So I joined the project. Basically anyone who wanted to join in was welcome. We were several amateur astronomers in Sweden, and we took as many pictures or sequences of Jupiter as we could. I believe it ended up with 1.5 million frames or something, which was put together in a sequence as a homage to the Voyager probe, which did a flyby. The project was called Voyager 3 and was posted online and got really good response. Amazing project. I will post a link to that in the descriptions of the video. I then realized that to be able to take better deep sky images, I would preferably go with a achromat refractor. So I did that. A Meade 102mm was bought, and the first images with the DSLR popped up. The Pleiades, I remember. I was quite happy with those as well. I wouldn't be as happy today with those images, but you got to start somewhere, right? During that time, I also found out that you can do science, so I tried spectroscopy and taking images of star with a spectrum, and you can analyze what kind of elements it's in the stars. That was amazing as an amateur astronomer, that you can contribute to science, basically. You can also study comets and variable stars. 8 years ago, my girlfriend and I bought a house. The first week I cut the tree down, which was blocking the horizon. I built my own observatory that summer, and the EQ6 mount and the Meade was assembled in the observatory and worked fine for about 1 or 2 years before I got my hands on a second-hand ASA DDM85 mount, which I have ever since and absolutely love it. It really stepped the game up. No need to guide or anything. It's just an amazing workhorse with amazing payload capacity. After that, I bought the Attic 460 EX monochrome camera, which was a huge lift and a filter wheel and filters, of course, and stepped up the game. Took more and more images. This time it was getting a bit more serious. I really started to love the tweaks and everything. So I really love that when a dedicated Astro camera is mounted on a telescope, you really popped out all the details and so much more sensitive. I photographed with that rig for another couple of years, was happy with it, but you know, when you get bit by the upgrade level, you need bigger and better equipment. So I contacted Telescope Service and we configured a 10-inch carbon astrograph for me, which I initially had some problem with. It was a mirror which was not grinded to perfection. It was a little bit of astigmatism, but that's corrected now and I'm quite happy with it. It performs absolutely wonderful, and that is where I am today. The science bit of it is one part. I really love the development of technical equipment. Observatory equipment can be quite pricey, so I made my own. I made a star quality meter out of an Arduino and a TSL 237 sensor. I made my own weather station. I really enjoy making my own stuff, fiddling with that. I've been published in several magazines and also a book published online at NASA's website with the Voyager 3. I also got my first exhibition right now as we speak. Regarding the future, the hardware is working fantastic right now. So what I need to focus on right now is to learn PixInsight to a better level. Editing all the images is my Achilles heel. So that is what I will be focusing on right now. The ultimate goal for me is to be published on Astronomer Picture of the Day. But I have seen the photos out there and people are taking the most stunning images. And I know it's a steep hill to climb, but you need some goals, right? So that's one for me. And also the philosophical twist of it. We are taking picture out into the universe, but is someone looking at us? So this is a recap of my 10 years, and it feels like I'm just getting started. I really hope that the future brings luck to me, and I will keep on doing this and post videos, maybe not as frequent as I did. And please, if you have any questions, I love to answer questions and to be able to help. Keep it safe out there. I hope you enjoy my videos, and we'll see you in another video. Bye.